This is $100 in my hand. 50-50, 50-50. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Misa and I'm crazy about helping you enhance your foundation routine and complexion routine. So if you are new here, please subscribe. I know, gosh, I think it's like 88% of you that are watching are not subscribed, so I'd love if you join along. Today we are doing something I've actually never done before, but I realized I have a lot of makeup that I am returning. I'm taking back to the store. I've kind of been stockpiling it. I'm hoping that they'll accept all of it. We will see. ULTA and Sephora. I know Sephora will take it back because those are the newest ones, but ULTA, I did a haul a few months ago, not a few months ago, maybe a couple months ago, and there were just so many products that just didn't work. And I'll go into the details soon. So if you're interested in seeing exactly what I'm returning, then go ahead and keep on watching.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now.
I'm excited though. What I love about ULTA and Sephora are their return policies. A lot of the times you can find a product cheaper, let's say at Target if it's drugstore or somewhere else, but you don't have that return policy. And so that's why if I'm ever on the fence about an item that I want to try out, I just go straight to ULTA or Sephora or anywhere that's like easy returns, no hassle, and especially when it's with foundation. You know, that's a hard one. So first and foremost, I placed this huge drugstore order a couple months ago, and there are just a few products that just were a no-go for me. And the first one is this L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist, and I'm very glad I only purchased the travel size of this. This claims to be really dewy and luminous and great, I'd imagine, for dry skin. And I tried it out, I did a whole review. It just didn't do anything. Honestly, the initial set is there, don't get me wrong with that, but it does dry really fast, and that's because one of the first, I think it's the first 5 ingredients is denatured alcohol, which is actually really, it's not a great ingredient, it's not good for your skin barrier, dries out your face, and so it was a little confusing that it was in there. I know that they have to have something that kind of like sets it down and dries it so it's not a dewy mess all day, but this was definitely more of a matte setting spray to me. A normal matte setting mist. And for the price, I believe this is $7.99. There are just so many other options. Like I have ColourPop Pretty Fresh. You can get this usually down to like $10. They're always doing sales. And this is $7.99. So it's a no-brainer. Just go for the ColourPop. It's cheaper. It does a better job. Has more product. L'Oreal, I'm sorry, but this just didn't work for me. Another product that just didn't work for me is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dew Drop Primer in the scent Coconut. I don't have a problem with scents and things, just depending. I'm trying to stay away from like primers that have scents, moisturizers that have scents, and this has a scent to it. And it's coconut, which I love coconut, but I think it was the color that kind of like, I was expecting something white and creamy, and this is like, you might say that's white and creamy. To me, this is like a light brown. I'm not vibing with that. And the packaging, granted, super affordable. I think it was like, I don't know, $3.99. The packaging just feels very cheap, and the amount of product you're getting is actually minuscule. It's like 0.68 ounces. So I just wasn't blown away. I used it a couple times and there's just something about it I don't like. I think there are other, let me grab one. I think there are better primers out there. I always say that. And one that I do enjoy is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. This one does have a light watermelon scent, I believe. Yeah, a little bit, but it doesn't bug me. And I like the consistency of this because it's very jelly-like. And I believe ColourPop also has a primer in their line. So those are just other ones I gravitate toward more often. So this one I decided to not keep. The next product is this Wet n Wild little quad. You know, this had really good reviews. And I've been on the hunt for just like the best drugstore eyeshadows because I like to do drugstore looks, and I really love incorporating some of my tried and true like high-end products like Hourglass with drugstore products, because I do believe that the drugstore has some amazing products and the high-end has amazing products as well. They like to mix them together. But this was zero payoff. I tried it twice, highly disappointed. Literally so much work, so much blending. It like blended to nothing. But I had a couple of you amazing subscribers recommend like Milani's and e.l.f.'s like little bite-sized palettes, so I'm excited to try those out. But this one, it's going back. Okay, so I have a couple of things from Physicians Formula. So I have this Butter Blush. This one is going back mainly because of the shade I got. This one is way too light. It doesn't even actually really show up on my skin. It's just way too light. So this one definitely has to go back. I might get another one, exchange it for a darker shade, which I think it will. It even feels really soft on my skin, and I love the butter bronzer, and so that's why I picked up the butter blush. I just knew it might be such a great option, but my fault for picking up too light of a color. And then the next product from Physicians Formula is this butter highlighter. Obviously, love the name again. This one, you know, the reviews were a little iffy, but I like to give things my own shot. I like to try it out myself. And it is super, well, that's really soft, but it is chunky. You have to see that. Can you see it a little bit? Geez, it's kind of like, I don't know, when I put my finger on it, it's super creamy. But then when I used it on my face, it was super chunky. Let me turn down the lighting a little bit. I don't know, we'll have to see. It's just one of those blinding highlights. You know, I don't know, this one's so hard. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. What do we think? It's really wet looking. But then when I used it with a brush, it was too powdery. I don't know. It was really chunky. But now when I don't know, this is hard. Anyway, I'll come back to that one. I'll have to decide what I want to do with this. I might need to give this one another shot, which brings me to the next products. So I purchased a couple foundations because I love to try out new foundations from The Ordinary. And I actually tried one, did a review on it and everything, and then I went back to try it again. And oh my gosh, I mean, there is something clear about me not being able to pick foundation shades online. Sometimes I can do a pretty good job, but this time I did not. So one of these is the serum foundation and the other is a full coverage foundation. I tried the high coverage. I can't quite remember, but I think I liked it, and I never tried the serum. But these are just way too dark. I remember thinking I could get away with it. Did all my makeup, I go out and my husband's in the kitchen or something. He's like, whoa, that's really tan. And yeah, he's just like, yeah, you gotta wash that off. And I agreed. I mean, I had to wash it off. So those need to go back. They're really affordable though, and I want to try them out in another color. Ugh. And I'm sure you're just dying to know if they work really well or not. I am. I mean, The Ordinary, there's some products that I'm just so intrigued by, especially because their affordability. They're just super, super affordable. But those have to go back because of the shade. Which brings me to these bad boys. Ooh, this is $100 in my hand. 50-50, 50-50. I ordered the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Super excited, decided I'd splurge because I had a couple. There were a couple YouTubers and then a beauty blogger. Yeah, she's a fashion blogger, recommend these, and I'm using one today. The first one that came in was, is this, hold on. The first one that I ordered is in the shade medium, and I thought that would be like such a good shade match for me, but it's way too light, and so I ordered the second one, which is the next shade over, which is tan, and I just think it's way too dark. It just pulls too red for me. Granted, I do feel like my makeup looks good today, but the problem is I spent $50 on this and I'm not obsessed with it. I love the pan size. I love the packaging. I've tried it out about 3 times so far, and if the shade was just different, I'd probably keep it, but this shade just isn't for me, and it sucks. You know, it really does. Like, this pan size is massive, beautiful, but for $50, I just cannot justify it. I cannot justify it. So I'm going to take those back. Another item I have to take back to Sephora, I'm going to exchange this one though, I'm going to get another one, is this foundation. So this is the NARS, what is this called? The NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I'm obsessed with matte foundation. I don't know what it is. Like, I have dry skin, so you think I just gravitate toward nice, hydrating, really dewy foundation, but I don't. I just gravitate toward these matte filtered foundations. I'm obsessed with them, and so NARS came out with this one. Everybody has been saying amazing things about this, so I picked it up, but once again, I picked up a too light of shade. This is medium 2 in Santa Fe, so I thought it'd be good to go because I am lighter during the colder months. I don't tan as much, and by tan, I mean like do my like little spray tan. I don't actually, anyway. So yeah, I need to go in and get this exchange because I'm obsessed with the packaging. It's super unique, super cool, and I just love trying out new foundations. So that one is going to go back, but it will be exchanged. And last but not least, I have a couple of products I really wish worked for me. I'm going to try to find a shade range that works for me though. And this is the Jane Iredale Glow Time full mineral BB cream. So what this is, so my sister-in-law loves this stuff and it looks amazing on her. Amazing ingredients. She recommends to only use 2 pea-sized amounts, and it's the setting powder that really makes the product. Like, it's the combination of the two, but I just went a couple shades too light. So I'm going to have to see if they have a shade that will work for me. But yeah, this one has to go back. I picked this one up during Ulta sale where this was only 25 bucks. So if they will please exchange it, give me a different color, it'd be amazing. And same with this. When I tried them on, I actually tried these on today and I really wanted it to work, but it was way too light, which sucks, but it is what it is. It happens all the time. I mean, I have 2 darker shades and 2 lighter shades. I clearly do not know how to pick my shades. It's funny because I know my undertone. I'm a medium skin tone with a neutral undertone, but things just still don't match up. And that's just how it goes when you order makeup online. So those are all the makeup items I am returning. Some of them I'm exchanging. Most of them though are going back. So yeah, if there's any products that you thought you were going to just keep and it was going to be amazing, I want to know about it, but you end up returning it, I want to know about it in the comments down below. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Christmas lights are